Hi everyone, Gautam here. I saw a great post on LinkedIn this evening that really excited me. It was an executive of GIC who was talking about what would you do if there was a carbon tax on a company, or um, broadly, how would the carbon exposure affect the financials of a company? And it's really exciting because it's what we've been working on for 5 years. And I thought, just I have time, I'll do a quick demo. So let me show you how easy it is to do what they were suggesting. So we can look up a company, any company. Sorry, it's late here, so I'm a little tired. Boeing is a good example. And what you can do is you can go in, see what projects they have, what their decarbonization curve should look like based on their goals and their current emissions, broken down by scope 1, 2, and 3. And then what you can very easily do is you just go to their financials and you can select scope 1, 2, and 3 based on the data we had previously. Select a scenario. In this case, we're selecting the net zero 2050 world scenario. You can also select the IPCC scenarios, whatever you prefer. And just as easy as that, you can see the financial impact. You literally can use those curves to price, and those in the fixed income and derivative world would definitely understand how these pricing curves work. But now you can see the exposure, and if you're Boeing and you're looking at their net income, you can see that there's a 31% hit to them when you're using a net zero scenario. If you look at their balance sheet, it's as easy as clicking on the balance sheet area here, and you can see that under a net zero scenario and their reported emissions, there's a $8.7 billion liability on the company, which reduces shareholder equity by 6.3% and increases liabilities by 5.6%. But there's more you can do. You can also do your cash flow adjustments, like a DCF, for example. Sorry, I don't know their current stock price, but very easily you can apply your same scenario here. You're probably wondering where those curves come from. So the curves I'm using are industry standard, but we have a scenario builder here where, give it a second for it to load. It actually can take whatever price you assume is going to be the future. So it doesn't have to just be the net zero scenarios or any scenario or world scenario. You can do a model internally on what you believe the carbon tax will be, the price will be, customer demand. There's different ways to price, and you can literally just create that scenario, test, I called it test Gotham here, and go into a company. I'll go back to their financials and just select that scenario, and just as easy as that, test Gotham, you can apply that scenario. So you can have your own proprietary view and see how that affects. So my scenario is obviously very aggressive, but you can do that. And the other cool thing is, just like big companies like GIC and other companies do, is you can actually do this at a portfolio level. So what I'm doing here is, pause it. I'm back. I just paused it for about 30 seconds, so you don't wait while this thing loads. But what you can see here is this is a pension plan in Ontario, Ontario Teachers Pension Plan. This is all their holdings, and this is looking at the shareholder equity using the scenario that I had selected earlier. And you can see what the impact is across the portfolio. So some of these are effectively anything over 100% is the shareholder, the scenario, the liability on shareholder equity exceeds the value of the company. So 100% or greater is bad. And these companies, if you factor in climate, are effectively bankrupt. And you can see these are energy companies, and I don't know what this supply retail company is, but you can see that it's not good for these portfolios. You can also, this might take a few seconds, but you can benchmark using your own scenario against any private portfolio, against any public portfolio, or any index. So in this 4-minute demo, I showed you how to run a climate scenario on a company's valuation, on a cash flow of the company, projecting it out, as well as benchmarking a fund against them or their peers, as well as looking at individual risks. I hope that's easy to use, and our platform, we do want to solve climate change, so it's free for general usage. You're more than welcome to sign up, and you can look up companies. And for commercial usage, we are extremely affordable, and we also have custom scoring and a bunch of other features. Where we're really heavily focused on is actually building decarbonization plans and understanding the path companies can use to mitigate the risk as well as find the opportunities. I hope this 5-minute video was informative, and thank you for your time. Have a good day.